Hi guys, Invisigoth here. Welcome to the first episode of my first Let's Play series. We're playing some Minecraft here, as you may have already gathered. However, we're not playing vanilla Minecraft. We're actually playing a custom map. It's a map by Amlup, and it's called Mini Territory Christmas Special 2012. This is, like I said, a super hostile map. This one is actually substantially smaller than your average super hostile map, though. And I did want to start with a slightly smaller map. First of all, because like I said, this is my first series. I wanted to make sure that my video and audio recording was all working properly. And I also wanted to get a little bit of experience with doing the commentary along with the playthrough. I mean, I would have played this anyway, but doing the commentary along with it is a little bit of a new thing to me. So I want to practice a little bit and get to the point where I feel really good about it. And also, I wanted to get some feedback from you guys and hear from the people viewing it and get any suggestions they may have as far as how I could make it better. So please, as you go through this, be thinking of suggestions and comments that you might have regarding how I could make this more entertaining series and future series after that. Should mention that Amlup is a member of the Minecraft community. He's a Let's Player from way back. He's got a lot of Let's Play videos. Some of them are Minecraft, some of them are other games. Some of them are super hostile maps. And I will be including a link to his YouTube channel so that you can check out his Let's Play videos. And I'll also be including a link to his thread in the Minecraft forums so that you can download this or his other maps. He has some full-length super hostile maps. I played one called Uncharted Territory 1, and I really had a blast playing it, so I would definitely recommend it to anybody interested in these maps. So like I said, what we have here is a super hostile map. Some of you will be familiar with custom maps in Minecraft, and super hostile maps in particular. Some of you may not be, so I'm going to, in this episode, go through just a little bit about what a super hostile map is, and we'll take a quick look around this particular area we're in right now, which is the spawn area. There are actually going to be three areas, I believe, branching off from this central area. And the spawn area is really set up so that we can sort of just get our feet under us, maybe get some food and some trees going, and get the basic necessities before we venture into the more dangerous areas. So, let's take a look at the standard rules. I should mention first that this is vanilla Minecraft 1.51 under the hood. You're not going to see anything new here. There are no mods. Everything you're going to see is something from the Minecraft game. The real twist here is that the author of this map, instead of using the randomly generated terrain, has made these areas custom pretty much by hand, and designed them and engineered them so that the player can come in, venture into several different dangerous areas, and the goal of these areas is to go in and retrieve a particular kind of block. There will be a chest prominently displayed in each one of these three areas, and in that chest will be, in this case, a wool block. So one chest will have red wool in it, one chest will have green wool in it, and one chest will have white wool in it. And the whole point of the map is to go into those dangerous areas, retrieve that wool, and bring it back to this area, and put it on something called the Wool Monument, which we'll go take a look at in just a minute. So find and complete the Wool Monument is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is use at least easy, never peaceful. I'm going to give a shout out to another Let's Player. It's a guy named Zisto, who has produced a bunch of Let's Play videos for Minecraft, for super hostile maps, as well as other games. And when he gets to this rule in a super hostile map, he says basically what I say, which is, well, we could play on easy. You know what? Fuck that. We're playing on hard. Personally, easy just doesn't challenge me, and quite honestly, I'm gonna die no matter what, so I may as well make it a challenge. I'm not prepared to go quite as far as to do a hardcore run through this. I'm good at this, but super hostile maps are extremely hostile. There will be traps. Those traps may or may not be what one might consider fair sometimes, or in a super hostile map, you basically, as the player, always have to watch your ass. You always have to look behind you and never take anything for granted. So chances are I'll slip up at least a couple of times, and maybe a lot of times. So I guess there's some entertainment value in that too. Rule number 3, do not leave the map boundaries. As you can see, we're in a sort of a little hollowed out, semi-spherical depression here. You could, if you wanted to, climb all the way up there and essentially jump the wall. This rule is here to discourage that. In a super hostile map, you're going to find that it's pretty clear where you're supposed to be and where you're not supposed to be. And all I can really say is jumping the wall really won't help you to finish the map any more quickly, and quite honestly, it's just not fun. So there's no point in really doing that. Number 4, find wool in presents. Do not dye or craft wool monument wool. Another thing I should have mentioned, along with the Christmas theme here, I have set my clock back to December of 2012. There was a little bit of an Easter egg where the chests looked like presents, Christmas presents. Small chests look like red presents, and large chests look like green presents. So you'll see those as we go through, and that's what he means here about finding the wool in the presents. In each of these 3 areas, there will be a prominently displayed chest with the wool that we're seeking. And it's our job to figure out how to get there safely and get back safely. And we shouldn't be crafting wool to use for the monument. We actually have to go get the wool from that chest, which will, you can't miss the chest once you get in there. And the only way to really finish the map is to go get the wool from the chest that was provided by the map author. Rule number 5, survive any way you can think of. Rule number 6, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, or appropriate holiday. Rule number 7, you may use spider string wool for non-wool monument uses such as beds. Again, don't craft the wool for the wool monument. You got to go get that from the chest that Amlup has provided. I am going to, actually, before I go over to the monument and show you guys what that looks like. And again, apologies for the people who have played Super Hostile before. I know you guys are familiar with this and I won't dwell on it, but I do want to run through it quickly for the people who haven't seen this before. So, got a chest here with an iron axe. I'm going to go ahead and grab the chest as well, because I don't like wasting wood on chests. Chests take up a lot of wood, and I do not like chopping down trees when I don't have to. I'm going to head right on over to the wool monument. I did actually start this video one time previously and had some technical difficulties, so I have a little bit of knowledge regarding the stuff that's right here, right around the spawn point. It doesn't really ruin any of the surprises, I don't think. So, and honestly, it'll help me to keep this a little more focused. So that's good all around. So here's our wool monument. Now, in a full-size Super Hostile map, this thing would be as many as 19 blocks long, or maybe even longer. I guess there are some people that do some slightly different things, but there would be a lot of wool blocks. In this case, we only have the 3, the white wool, the green wool, and the red wool. A little chest here, some leather, torch, stairs, another chest. I'm going to grab some wool so I can make a bed. And I have to say, this map is pretty generous. In a standard Super Hostile map, you probably wouldn't get things like leather, trees and wood. Certainly not dirt. We got some stone over here as well. Some stone. Scared me. Some stone and coal down here. And I think I'm going to... Why isn't that picking that up? There we go. I'm going to head on over here. We got a creeper and a zombie. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. A lot of zombies. said, what we have here is a little starting area. As near as I can tell, it's going to sort of be the hub of this level, and you'll come back to it after you've gotten your wool, and you'll bring back your precious wool and put it on the wool monument. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is a trap here, and the trap is kind of broken. As you can see, some hostile, angry wolves are appearing here. When this map was first made, those wolves would have attacked any player that came in here. As it turns out, I'm pretty sure that there was a patch to Minecraft after this map had already been released that changed that behavior slightly so that the wolves do not attack a player unless the player attacks them first. So, thankfully, in this particular case, I'm safe. As long as I don't mess with these guys, they won't attack me. And that's a little bit of an insight into how difficult it is sometimes for the map authors to keep things up to date. I mean, if you have a trap like this and it breaks, then you have to go back and you have to fix the map. And, you know, in this case, you may not even be able to fix it because hostile wolves used to attack the player, and that's sort of inside the guts of the game. You can't really fix it. So sometimes it can be tough. I mean, Minecraft is evolving, and the developers of Minecraft are changing things as they go, and sometimes that's going to break maps. I mean, you could always go back and play these maps on the exact version of Minecraft that they were produced under, that they were tested with. I find that really difficult, though, because I've played every single version of Minecraft since very early alphas, and I always forget which features are in which version, and it can be really confusing for the player, so it's kind of a tough situation all around. But here we've got a very generous farming kit, some seeds, some watermelons, some dirt, some bone meal. I'm going to grab all this stuff and just grab it and head on up. Cool. Maybe I'll grab a few more blocks of dirt while I'm down here. I don't want to end up short on the dirt. That should do it. I may come down here and get these trees later, but I may not. Depends on how much wood I have access to. Alright, not bad. We're in pretty good shape here. So we've taken a look at the monument, kind of explain what a super hostile is for the folks that aren't familiar with it. And we are ready to roll here. I have the materials I need to make a bed and to make a simple food farm. Actually, while I'm at it, I will venture down here and show you guys the first... Nah, you know what? I won't go down there yet. I'm going to go ahead and let that skeleton burn. You can call me a chicken if you like, but I don't have a bow and arrow, and I need to get my health... Well, I need to get my food situation fixed before I start tangling with anybody like a skeleton. So, I'm going to go ahead and slap down some farmland. I'm going to slap some... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to risk it and put all my seeds down here. That is now well irrigated farmland. Hey. And if I'm very lucky, my bone meal will be enough. It used to be that one piece of bone meal would completely mature a plant. That is no longer the case. Alright, so there's... That is 100% of my watermelons. I'm going to slap a torch down here too. I actually don't know whether that would help the watermelons to grow or not, but it certainly can't hurt. Grab this wood here quick. I do want these trees to deteriorate, or the leaves on the trees to deteriorate, so that I can grab some saplings as well. I already have saplings from the kit, from the chest that was down there, but Saplings are good. Well, I mean, they're free and they're adequate fuel for a furnace in an emergency, so I usually try and keep a stack around. So, now it's time to make a bed. Let's do this. We'll do that. Throw some of this junk in here. I don't need that. All right. First day, not bad. I'm going to take a quick look around here to see who's on fire. Thought there was a skeleton down there. None there. There's one guy way over there. Way over here. One guy right there. Alright, cool. As long as that guy dies before he attacks me, we're in good shape. I do want to sort of try and remember where these guys are so that I can pick up their stuff. I'm going to need the bone meal. I'm definitely going to need all the arrows I can possibly gather up. Another thing you'll find with the super hostile maps is that you almost never, or at least in my limited experience, it is rare that you would get livestock. So getting chickens is something that may not happen at all on this map. That being the case, you're going to be kind of hard pressed to get many arrows unless you find a skeleton spawner and build a grinder around it. Hey, watermelon time. Awesome. Alrighty. That gets me ever so barely. Up to no hunger and full health. So that's not a bad start. We've got our watermelon farm kicking. We have a general idea of where we're at and what sort of resources are around us and available. In the next episode, what I'll do is I'll explore this area a little bit more. Like I said, there's some stone, there's some coal down there. So I'll head down there and grab that. I'll probably take a look around and see if anybody dropped any arrows or bone meal. And I'll take a quick look over there. That is the... Oh, actually, I'll head on over to this Christmas tree and grab all the wood from that. That'll probably be a little more efficient than trying to chop down all these trees. I'll chop those down later if I need them, but might as well start with the biggest tree. And that should do it. Like I said, next time we'll look around here, and hopefully by the third episode we'll be heading into area number 1 out of 3 to get us some wool. Just a quick apology, there won't be any edits on these first couple of videos. I'm still trying to get up to speed on doing a fast forward through the boring bits and things like that. So I'll try to minimize that, but pretty much what you see is what you get for the first couple of times. You're going to get exactly what I recorded. I am gauging interest as part of what I'm doing here, so please, any comments, suggestions you have, I'd love to hear them. Please leave comments on the below the video, and of course subscribe or like if you enjoy this series and you want to see more. Again, shout outs to Amlup, who made the map. There will be links to his Let's Play page, his Let's Play channel, and his download page for his super hostile maps. And also Zstu. I'll have a link to his Let's Plays as well. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.